Hi, how y'all doing? It is Tuesday, the 8th of October, 2024. It's the day my mother passed last year. So, yeah. The sky today is blue with weird clouds. Lots of cloak ships, that's what I see, right? First thing in the rise when I woke up, excuse me, I heard something banging on the roof of my house, right, where I live. And I tried to look out to see what it was, right? And then all of a sudden, I fluttered down and landed in the tree a blue jay, acting like a woodpecker. It was woodpecking. He was trying to peck at the branches. And I was like, that's different. Don't know if I've ever seen a blue jay pretending he's a woodpecker before. Right? It's a spiritual sign. It is. All good. Nature gives you good signs all the time. So yeah. I didn't make a video yesterday. I just was in shutdown mode, right? My son, it was Monday. He didn't go to work because his sister canceled or whatever. So he just sat here all day and he talked to me and told me about Socrates, right? Because he's into this series. I can't remember what he calls it now. It starts with an A. And the bottom line to the story of Socrates was, he was talking about Demenia or Dimitri, or I can't remember the name. Another guy was another philosopher who lived in a pot in the middle of the town, in the village square, and everybody spoke badly of him, right? And so went back to Socrates, and the meaning of this story for me is, if you dare to be different or special or stand out from everybody else by telling the truth, right, the government will have you whacked. Do you know what I mean? History repeats itself, doesn't it? So, yeah. I told them, I am like them. I'm like those philosophers, and I really don't care what people think of me, how they judge me, right? Not at all. So, yeah, that was interesting. I'm glad he likes philosophy, right? My mother hated that I was into philosophy. And it wasn't school learning either. It was just, I knew it was just life for me. I could see things differently, right? She said, you just like your father. No. So I have good traits from both of them, let's say that, right? So yeah. The Schuman yesterday was at 51. I put it in my community section. And the Schuman today is at 47. So, interesting. And yeah, and what's it called? I can't remember the name. Not geometry. Yeah, geometry. It means Christ. 47. So yeah, different, right? Since I come from the Christ line, it is different. I haven't spoke about the hurricanes at all because I haven't been paying attention to them because they're not important to me, right? Because they're on the news. Where do you hear about all this stuff? On the news, right? What have we learned about the news? It lies about everything. Everything under the sun, right? To get you loose, to get you into your feelings. Because you feel sorry, right? Do you even know what you're feeling sorry for? Maybe they were clones. Maybe they were the they. Do you know? Mother Nature is moving shit off the earth. And plus, the storms weren't created by Mother Nature. They were created by the bad guys. I told you about this before, right? How they had a weather machine in Antarctica, and they had dialed it up so that they could have their apocalypse and destroy the earth, right? So they could do their reset by having the fake Jesus come back, right? Through a hologram. So when the good guys found it, when we won the war, they went in and tried to stop the machine, but it had been going for years, ramping up right to the time, and they couldn't stop it, but they were able to dial it back so that the storms wouldn't be so intense to destroy the earth. And that's what we're dealing with the hurricanes right now, right? I seen a video yesterday of a drone pulling in the storm from out in the sea and pulling it towards the shore. So that's their technology, how they do it. It's been out there seeding for a while, going around, and it wasn't coming in, so they sent the drone out to bring it in like a vacuum cleaner, I imagine, right? And to land so it would hit the States or whatever countries, like with all the storms, right? All the earthquakes, all the volcanoes, all the forest fires, or fires, right? It's all the bad guys did that with their machines. So, but they've all been confiscated, shall we say, and dialed back. So it's not as extreme as they wanted it to be. I also watched a video I seen on Janine, the tarot reader, and she was talking about the hurricanes too, right? It was the first thing I wrote down on my paper today, right? I thought I'll mention that. And then she's doing it, right? And she got the same thing I got. She's always been confirmation for me, right? It's the only reason I've ever watched her, to see if she has the same answers as Source gives me, right? And she's on the ball, let me tell you. She's good at her cards. I give her that, right? I do. So, yeah, she got the same thing as I did. Amazing how that works, isn't it? It really is. You can't believe anything. Who's saying it? They're saying it. They. Right? Why would we believe anything they have to say? About anything. About wars, about storms, anything. School shootings, protests. Whatever it is to get you into your emotions. It's them and their lies. Okay? Okay. I noticed too, there was no moon this week, considering I seen it last month every day, pretty much, right? So, yeah. I wonder where that ship went. Remember I said that they were going to have a sky event, right? Even Janine talked about this on her cards today too. Was the little mood gonna take out the big mood because it's a ship? I think it was Rod Hayes today said that it is a mothership, that second moon, and it's cloaked right now, right? But I guess they're waiting for people to pay attention and notice that the big moon's gone, or start talking about it. This is what Janine said too, right? And then maybe it's going to take out that fake moon because that controls the females, the feminine powers, right? Some of them, not all of them, right? So, won't that be interesting? I hope it's pretty colors when they take it out, We get to see it go boom in the sky. It'll scare the sheeple, but it'll be a time to celebrate for me, right? Because I know what's going on. So, yeah. I didn't do anything today. But yesterday I did laundry and changed my bedding, right? Washed my bedding. Made bread. No, I made bread today, actually. Right? I just watched YouTube today. I haven't done much. I made bread. That was it. Made dinner. Right? Watched YouTube. Rod was on The Young Elder for a couple hours, so that took a bit of my time, right? But I like to hear the truth, so I liked listening to him, no matter how long it is. I don't have a short attention span like that. I never went to school. And I'm not big on the internet either, right? I don't watch TikTok. I don't have it, right? I like longer videos, I do. An hour is good, right? But when it comes to people I appreciate, like Rod, a couple hours, no problem, you know? I get glued to it. I have to remember to take breaks and get up and move around, right? To move the energy, the knowledge through me kind of thing, right? The learning. So, yeah. So, those hurricanes aren't, Jeannie was saying that her cards say the hurricanes aren't as strong as what they're saying. It's not a category 5. When last time she checked, it was at a 1, right? So, they're expecting it to be a 5 because that's what it was set at, right? Before the good guys got a hold of it and turned it down. Same as Rod said, the first one that hit that mountain, right? And he says, like, where did all the water come from? They blew 2 dams. The storm didn't take it out. They did. They always do that, right? They're about destroying things, remember? They're having their little temper tantrums. The minions, all right? I noticed too, all the district workers were across the street at the Ontario Disability Office today, right? I wonder what those guys are planning, right? They can't work together. They can't. Their egos are too big, right? Like, it's funny. Everything they do or think they can do will go to shit, right? We're in the end times, the end of the ages, the close of the age, right? We should be celebrating and partying, but instead, the people's attention are towards what's happening in the realm, the news, right? The weather, you know? That's folks sucking their loose. They realized how free we were. They would be singing and laughing, you know? I'm gonna celebrate when the governments go down. I am. It's gonna be awesome. They'll get scared, but I won't. They'll think, finally, it's finally happening, right? I know my friend Tash, she feels the same way, right? We've been waiting since 2022 when I met her for this to come down. We thought it'd be down by now, but then we didn't realize how deep it went, right? And it's been 6,000 years in the making. So I think they've been doing a really good job since 2012. And I think back, I've been waking up for a very long time. I just didn't realize it, you know? This little thing over there and that thing over there, right? Like when I first realized, was it 2010? I had an app on my phone that recorded the sun in real time, sort of thing. And it was, so you were supposed to help and send it to NASA for to help them with their data or something like that, because they were, the AI had just, started publicly, right? And one day I was looking at the app, and this thing, like a vehicle, pulled up to the sun, and it had like a big scoop on it, and it reached in, and it sucked out a part of the sun, and you could see right through the sun to the other part of space, black and stars, right? And then the next day, the app was gone, and all the information about it. What was that about, right? That was my first waking up. Well, not my first, but one of them. And then a year later, I seen a green spaceship, airship go past my window at night. Me and my fiance both seen it at the same time. It was fluorescent green. I think it was the Pleiadians, a long cigar shape, right? Or it could have just been like a disc, but on its side, so you only see it looks like a cigar, right? And it was like telepathic, telling us not to worry, not to pay attention, everything's fine, right? I thought that was different too. So yeah. We're in the waxing crescent moon phase. I think it changes on Thursday to the next moon phase. I've been doing pretty good with my sleeping too, dreaming a lot, right? what was my dream? One thing, I woke up to go to the bathroom last night and I said, the ninth dimension beings are not real. Right? I don't know what that was about at all. There was these two sets of clothes, like on a like, you know, the old house uh, hat racks that stood on a pole, right? Had claw feet on it. You stood on a pole and it had all these, you know, sticks coming out, and you'd stick your hat on there, right? Well, there was like these two black outfits, let's say, clothing, that were draped over top of them. One was small and one was large, and they were both black. And that's when somebody was talking to me and they said the ninth dimension beings are not real. So I woke up saying that, right? I wonder what the ninth dimension beings are. Well, they're not real, so what does it matter? Weird, right? I thought so. I thought it was weird. We have to remember that they are not in power. That they aren't in power anymore, right? Everything that's going off now is like, say, by remote control on a timer, right? There's nobody looking after the timer to turn it off because they've all been scooped up and taken away. It's just an illusion that the power that everybody fears is in control. They've all been taken away. 2020, their jig was up, right? Maybe before that even. I also seen a YouTuber the other day. I watched a short video. What was it, 12, 13 minutes? No, 20 minutes, maybe, somewhere around there. And he went to the mountain where the hurricane hit in the States, and he drove through as far as he could, and then too many landslides, so he stopped, and he had to walk into, you know, wherever he was going. I can't remember, right, where it was. And he expected for it to be horrific damage and death tolls, and he came across the woman, one of the people that lived there, whose home was not destroyed, right? And he asked her, is there any bad smells around here? And she goes, no, not at all. He's like, there's not a lot of bodies under the water, gone people? She goes, no, everybody got out, right? What did you hear on the news? Probably the opposite, right? Don't fall for their bullshit. If it's on the news, it's a lie. It is, right? I'm grateful there's people that'll get boots on ground to go see, instead of just look at their TV or their phone or their computer and decide just because they see it on there, it's got to be real, all right? But if you want to know if something's real, you got to go outside. You got to go find out, right? It's the only way you got to do it. Talk to the horse's mouth. That's what my mother would say, right? So, yeah. All right. I made a videos for you today. A video. Hope you're all doing well. Right? I think I stopped taking magnesium today because I'm getting these little red circle rashes on my body, right? And I'm not sure what they are. Well, I looked it up and it says from taking medication. It could be from medication. The only medication I'm taking is my supplements, magnesium, calcium, and I just started B1, right? But I've been taking the magnesium for a few years now, so I could have built up an allergy to them, which would be the reason why I got them. You want to see one? If I can find it? Hang on. Where the heck is it? Oh, there. Alright? So, I'm not going to take magnesium for a while and see if they go away, right? Because I won't go to the doctor. Why? He's already tried to offer me several times. What, am I going to give him another chance? No, thank you. Alright, if it gets bad enough, I'll go see a nurse practitioner. Or a naturopath. right? We got a couple in town here. So yeah, gotta pay for it, but oh well. At least he's not paid to off me, right? Yeah. Okay. That's enough for today. Like I said, I hope you're all doing well. I'm sending you love, joy, sanity, patience. Okay? Alright. I love you all to consciousness. Enjoy this night or day. Okay? Okay. Bye.